Hello there, guys. My name is Jeremy. Um, I am just making a video. I just received a new vape from Vaponaute. It's called the Le Petite Box, and then it has the leather sleeve with it. You have to buy the leather sleeve extra. I think it's extra like 40 bucks or something like that. 30, 40 bucks for the leather sleeve that goes around it. I ordered it and there was a problem with shipping, so I had to wait. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I had to wait for it to come from France. That's where they're based out of. And there was a problem with the address or something, so I was watching the track. They give you tracking, you get to watch step by step. Okay, it got to the States, it's coming from. Actually, once it hits the States, it took like a day to get to its destination, but the destination was wrong, so I had to wait for it to be resent to Vaponaute, and that took a while to get back to France, and then wait again for them to send it back. But there was a mix-up with the shipping, but all in all, the customer service was really good. They were really good in communicating what happened, and they were very apologetic, and these things happen, so whatever. So I had to wait an extra week or so to receive the vape. Yeah, so it's all stainless steel. Let me take it out of its sleeve here. It's a pretty tight sleeve. It's held on by these two snaps here. You can snap it open there, pull it out, and it's all stainless steel. Pretty well crafted. I believe that it was designed by Vaponaute. They're well known for their craftsmanship and sleek design. But it was also they partnered with Wismec to manufacture these. I would assume they just keep the costs low. This was only like in the hundred. I don't know. Don't quote me on these prices exactly. It was like $150 or something like that for the vaporizer, and then an extra 40 for the leather sleeve, protectant sleeve, which gives it a kind of cool, multi-dimensional aesthetic, I guess. I like keeping it in the sleeves because it gives it a different look, something different. So it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Okay. One thing I would complain about is one complaint would be that when you first get the sleeve, it is actually pretty tight. So once you snap it on, because the button is right behind this little logo here, right? So once you snap it on, listen to this. Oh, shit. I'm clumsy. Well, I was snapping on, but it's so tight that sometimes it will actually fire the button. I got this earlier today, and it will loosen up, and it won't do that because once you fire it, see, it's continuing to fire. But I'm actually a leather worker, so I know over time this will loosen up, and that will not be an issue in a matter of days. So I'm not too concerned about that. I kind of like that it's tight and snug and secure, and I think that the fire button issue will, over time, it'll be fine. But for right now, I've just been taking it out, and I've just been kind of stretching it out a little bit. So you want to get that kind of loosened up before you actually start vaping on it consistently. And I would just kind of set it down. I'm sure overnight, just having this inside, it will kind of mold itself to it because that's just kind of how leather works. Yeah, compact design, has the Wismec chip. People are complaining about, oh, it's not a DNA or it's not a wheat or a Yeehee chip or whatever, but I would have liked to see that. I would have paid a little extra money to see that, but actually, I'm pretty pleased. I've never owned a Wismec before. I'm usually like a DNA or a Yeehee guy, but I'm actually pretty pleased with some of the attributes that this chip has. It has the power mode. I just have this, what is this called? the Trillium, which is like essentially it's hyped up, you know, kind of a classy sub tank, for lack of a better word. It's made by the guys that make the Rose Eden mods, so it has that kind of similar style to it, and it looks really nice on this mod. I think it has a really nice aesthetic to it. So I was going to mention the power mode on it. I really like, because you can actually set the chip to power mode. So when it fires, you can set a wattage, a power wattage for a period of time, so that it will ramp the coil up. So I have it set for 30 watts for 1 second, and then it'll drop down to 24 watts. That way it'll ramp the coil up, because this stock coil is it's a Clapton, so it takes a little longer to ramp up normally, like in bypass mode or whatever. But since it's power mode, it'll ramp the coil up to a higher temperature. That way it will actually start hitting faster, but then it will come back down to 24, and that way you're less likely to have a dry hit. So I really like that feature. So I like kind of the features of the chip, and it's fully adjustable to the way that you vape, however you vape. Everybody, I've learned over the years that everybody kind of vapes, inhales a little differently. They do it differently. So, sleek design. I do like the little logo on top of here. You can't see it because I'm just using a shitty webcam, but it's got the Vaponaute logo on the leather encasing. It has Vaponaute Paris. It has the lines that kind of line up with the actual mod itself. These are little aesthetic little grooves, keeping with the style of their previous mods, which were mech mods. People highly regard them. But yeah, I mean, it's an affordable mod. It's very comfortable to hold. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's full stainless steel, so it's got, actually for a smaller mod, actually has a good weight to it, but I do like how substantial it feels in the hand. It takes a single 18650, and I don't know if you can see that, but you can actually, I'll show you. You can clip this out. Clip that out, and this battery will just kind of come out, even with the leather encasing, if I pay attention. So you can actually take that out and then pop it back in, or pop a different battery in. Yeah. So all in all, my first impression of this mod is pretty good, especially for the price. I had to wait a little bit longer living in the States to get one, but I think it was well worth the wait, and I'm very pleased with it. I mean, not too many complaints here so far. If there are any, maybe I'll do a repost to let you know on any more flaws. But other than the leather encasing initially being a little too tight, that will loosen up over time, and I'm sure it's going to be perfect. Over time, it's going to be perfect. So I'm just going to keep it in there. Yeah, so I mean, essentially that's it. It's a single 18650 variable voltage, temperature control, all that stuff. Mod is pretty nice. I really enjoy it. So I just posting this video. If anybody's interested, you don't have to like it or anything like that. I'm not like a reviewer or anything. I just like have some spare time. But hope you're having a good night, and yeah, carry on.